funeral is about to begin, sir.
I think we just picked up Dracula. It's got a death curse!
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Welcome back to another episode of Never Not Horror Quick Cuts. Quick Cuts is our off-week episodes every other week, where instead of doing a deep dive movie review, we do a more casual discussion. Sometimes it's part of an ongoing series, sometimes it's not. Today it's not. Today we are following up on the trend from last week being a zombie movie, the greatest zombie movie ever in my opinion. And we are doing our top 13 favorite zombie movies. I am Steve Clark.
I am Rich Hansel.
And we're going to get into that. We discussed previously, we've been working through the Horror by the Decade series. The 60s took some, at least on my part, it took some crash course watching to fill out a list. And for me, at least, it's the same with the 50s. I definitely need to rewatch some stuff or watch stuff for the first time. So to give us more time to do that, we are going to postpone that one until next time. And then, so with the spirit of Dawn of the Dead from last week, we are going to do our favorite zombie movies. If you are new to the show, we tend to open quick cuts with some, again, it's more casual. So we talk about what we've been into, horror related or horror adjacent. So before we get into our rankings, we'll just talk a little bit about what's been going on. For those that know the behind the scenes, we record 2 episodes at a time, back to back. So Quick Cuts is always the second episode, and this is coming after the Dawn of the Dead, where I talked a lot. So Rich, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you've been into?
All right, what I've been up to is I've had a couple audio books that I've gone through. One that I have not finished yet, but it is by Felix Blackwell, and it is called Stolen Tongues.
I've heard of this book, but I've not read it.
So far, I really like it. It's a young couple, freshly married, are going to go to a cabin in the woods that the man's parents own, and they're going to go to, consummate their marriage.
Okay.
And do their thing at this little cabin, and things, they start hearing voices of familiar people, either passed away or not. I have no idea what direction it's going, but so far I like it a lot. And that was published in 2017.
Okay. So I knew it wasn't very old.
Yeah, it's not very old, but I like it. I've gotten into it, and hopefully I'll have time to finish. I think I will before our next recording session, but to let you know my total thoughts on it. And then I listened to probably one I listen to every year, and probably one of the greatest ghost stories ever written, in my opinion. I think it's not as scary as most ghost stories, but it is Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
Oh.
I absolutely love that story.
I've never read the actual story.
The audio book is so good that I'm listening to. Of course, published 1843. Charles Dickens is just timeless, absolute timeless, and I love that old. What is that? Victorian time writing style. I just love it. Anything written like that, I always want to find that kind of writing. And there are a few authors that still write like that, or occasionally write like that. One being that Michelle Paver that I talked about. With That Dark Matter, such a good book. I highly, highly recommend it.
I need to pick that one up.
Need to pick that up. And then I did watch the new released on Netflix. I think it did a short theatrical run, but The Frankenstein.
I don't think it went to theaters at all. I think it was just straight to Netflix.
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. We're called Never Not Horror, so I don't even know if it's a horror movie, really. Yeah,
I have not watched it yet.
It's not. It's very beautiful. I will say it's something, maybe the greatest set decoration and wardrobe I've ever seen in my life in any movie.
Damn.
It's great to look at. That being said, they've butchered our book again. You have not read
No.
Mary Shelley's. Well,
I tried, but I did not get through
To
it.
me, it's one of the greatest books of all time written, and again, they didn't capture it.
Mm.
Yeah. But that leaves hope that, again, somebody else can make this movie. And I'll watch it again to see if they've captured the essence of Mary Shelley.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm on the YouTube channel. I've gotten into our wrestling and our Thundercats, and He-Man and G.I. Joe unboxing. So,
I see some Thundercats back here.
really not a lot of horror going on at this time. But on the YouTube channel, I do think that I'm gonna maybe devote a week. And when's halfway to Halloween? Whenever
July.
July.
Or no, July's halfway to Christmas.
Yeah.
April or May
Yeah.
is halfway to Halloween.
Whenever halfway to Halloween is,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to devote block out a whole week to get back to some.
I like that.
Yeah, it kind of breaks up the monotony of unboxing Hulk Hogan figures. But that's about it for me, Steve. What about you?
All right. So last time on Quick Cuts, I told you that I had just started the new book from Joe Hill, King Sorrow.
Yes.
And it was, I made the joke, like, maybe by like episode 15 of Quick Cuts, I would have it finished because it's long. It's like an 800-page book. I already finished it.
Wow.
And, I mean, it is fantastic. Like, one of the best books that I've read in the last 20 years.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
I love Heart-Shaped Box. That was my favorite.
I loved Heart-Shaped Box.
That was my favorite Joe Hill book. This is now my favorite Joe Hill book. It is not.
Sweet.
It's not like Heart-Shaped Box at all. That was more of a horror story,
Mhm.
like to where King Sorrow. It's hard to even describe it to put it in a genre. Like, I mean, it's horror adjacent. There's like dark fantasy. It's a thriller. I mean, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Highly recommended. Huh?
As high as I can recommend anything.
Sweet.
Like,
I'm gonna definitely check it out then.
yeah, I mean, it is. I don't even know how to prep it. Like, it's like a Stephen King book. Like, when you first start it, like, it takes a while for things to get going, but it's just the character building is amazing. Honestly, to me, after listening to this, however many hours, I don't remember how many hours, but 800-page book. After listening to it, like, the core cast of characters. And when the book starts, it spans over time, but when the book starts, there are like very late teens, early 20s. Those characters stick to me like the way the kids in It do. Like,
really?
like
Damn.
it is incredible. Like,
Awesome.
I 100% agree with what I told you last time that Brian Smith said this was the first Joe Hill book that stood up with the best of Stephen King, and I agree. Like, it is crazy good. Like, I absolutely loved it. It may not be for everybody. I'd be curious if you listen to it, see what you think.
I'll definitely listen to it.
But I adored it. I love it. Like, easily one of my favorite books of the last 20 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, Joe Hill, King Sorrow. If you, this may even be a bold thing to say, but Stephen King he's coming up on 80. Like, he's in his upper 70s now. And I've thought about, like, we're heading to a time where Stephen King will have passed away and there won't be any more new Stephen King books, and that sucks. King Sorrow makes me feel better about that whole thing because Stephen King will be gone someday, but we still have Joe Hill. And
wow, that's awesome.
It was blew me away. Like, so yeah, definitely check it out. King Sorrow. So I actually finished it yesterday. So I haven't started I did get the one you talked about, the Nat Cassidy book, When the Wolf Comes Home.
Yeah.
I got that. That's probably
good.
what I'll do next. But I just finished King Sorrow yesterday. So
Okay.
So there's that. I watched a couple movies. I did watch a newer movie I think it's from this year, called Presence. It's on Hulu. And it's okay. It was pretty decent, but it was interesting it's a ghost story. It's about a haunted house, but the entire movie is from the perspective of the ghost, which is I felt like was unique.
Yeah,
like
that is.
like it opens with this empty house, like there's no furniture, for sale house, but like you see through the camera, like you're seeing through the eyes of the ghost all the time.
Huh, that's
So like the
pretty
ghost is just floating around this empty house, and then it hears a car door outside, and it goes to the window, and you see the realtor and like the family coming in, and it runs down the stairs and sees them. It's interesting. It's very modern, but I enjoyed it. It was interesting, and I recommended it to my oldest daughter, and I think she would like it a lot. So it was all right. But I watched an iconic horror movie that I had never seen before, and I'm not going to talk about it now because I watched it prepping for a zombie list. And believe it or not, there was was pretty widely known zombie movie that I'd never seen. So I'll talk about it when it comes on my list because it's on my list. But I did watch that. I finished it last night, actually.
All right.
A lot of times I watch movies in 2 or 3 settings these days.
I do too. Sometimes 5 or 6 settings for me.
Dawn of the Dead might take a few. But that's really mostly it. I mean, most of my listening has been King Sorrow. I haven't listened to any podcast. I've been still been reading stuff. I'm still working through some books that I'm like physically reading, but that's about it. So yeah, and it's holiday season, so things are picking up. Gonna get Christmas time's coming, so
yeah.
Like I said, we was at the mall when I said on the Dawn of the Dead episode. We was at the mall doing some Christmas shopping, so getting to be busy season. So.
It is.
So that's about it for me, though. So, moral of the story: read King Sorrow by Joe Hill because it is great.
I will.
A great book. All right. Well, on that note, we will go ahead and switch to our topic for the day, which is going to be our top 13 zombie movies. And I think before we really start naming them off, I think it's worth discussing what is a zombie movie to you? Like, what is because I feel like a lot of multiple genres can kind of bleed over into each other here. So what makes, for you, because this is going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
What makes a zombie movie to you?
To me, it's somebody that comes back from the dead.
I agree.
I think, is that the only criteria? I don't know. I don't think so, because vampires come back from the dead.
Yes. So the reason I bring this up is something like, say, so that you've got the Night of the Living Dead, like the dead bodies are coming back to life, versus 28 Days Later, where a virus is infecting living people and turning them into what appear to be like crazy zombie people, or demonic possession, like Evil Dead, where like I think it's open to interpretation to what is a zombie movie to you. To me,
I don't know if this is going to be a what am I looking? The word I'm looking for, like I don't want to blow up my list by saying something that's not on it. Mm-hmm. But Evil Dead is not on my list.
Mine either.
It's a demonic possession.
Yeah, to me that's not a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
We're on the same page there. To where, I will just go ahead, like, I struggle to consider something like 28 Days Later a zombie movie, because they're not reanimated dead. They are infected people.
I can be honest, I've never really, they've been on, but I've never really paid attention to any of those. What is there, 3 of them?
Now there's 3, yeah. The third one just recently came out.
I've never really paid attention
to honestly, I don't love, I liked them all right, but they didn't blow me away or anything. So yeah, they're not on my, either way, they wouldn't be on my list, because, I haven't seen the newest one yet, but
yeah,
a lot of people consider, so there was a point that is like in some circles considered like the resurgence of zombies. Well, you talked about zombie fatigue in the last episode. In the early 2000s, there was that fatigue, but there were three. I think it was three. It was the Walking Dead comic books blew up. There's an author, Brian Keene, who wrote a book called The Rising. That's a zombie book that blew up. And then, what's the third one? Walking Dead, The Rising, and 28 Days Later.
Okay.
So that was like sort of a relaunch of zombie stuff. But I just don't consider that a zombie to me. So.
Yeah, I've never really watched any of them. So I have put them on with intentions of watching, but my attention was not there.
Gotcha. All right, well then, in that case, we're pretty much on the same page here. So we are, for me and Rich at least, the kind of the outlying defining feature of a zombie movie is that the dead are coming back to life.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, so I think our list might, of all the lists we've done, for me, this is the most cliche way to, like, the most basic white bitch list I've had. You know what I mean? Like there's not much variety here. Like, it's what you expect to be on my list.
Yeah, and I will say here, I'm not a big zombie watcher. I really am not.
I'm a huge zombie fan.
You probably have things on your list that I haven't even ever seen.
Maybe, yeah.
So, and I do know, preparing for this list, I've seen titles that I know, but I haven't seen, but I know that are highly regarded in the horror community that I have not seen. There's a ton of them.
Well, let's go ahead and do it. So, let's see. Last time you went first. Yes. So I will go first. So we'll do honorable mentions at the end. But so I'll start us off. Number 13, favorite zombie movies. This is one of the few that is not super well known for me. It's I didn't put the dates on these, so some of these I just know the dates, but others I don't. This one's fairly new. It was a movie, I think it's on Netflix, or it was at least. There's a movie called Cargo that is number 13, and it has Martin Freeman, who he makes me like this movie a lot. Like, I like that actor. He played the BBC Sherlock. It was a show, but every episode is like a movie, basically. He played Watson in that. And he's been in a lot of other stuff. He's a very popular British actor.
Is this the one where he's got to carry the little kid around?
It's his baby, yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's a zombie apocalypse, and him and his wife gets killed, and he gets bitten.
This. I forgot all about this movie. It is good. It's emotional.
Really,
very emotional.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those ones where it's all about the characters and the story, and the zombies are just a piece
bleak,
of it.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
Dark and bleak and sad and emotional.
Yeah, I think of my whole list of 13, like, that's the one that's not.
That is a good movie.
Pretty well known, but I like that one. I wanted to give it a shout. So number 13 is Cargo.
All right, that brings me on my number 13, and this one, there's a book, and I have not read the book neither, but I heard that it is tenfold better than the movie, and it stars Brad Pitt. It is World War Z.
Yeah. I've not read it either.
I heard my son Aiden says it's one of the greatest books he's ever read in his life, and when he saw the movie, as it was a big budget movie too, he didn't care for the movie, and that usually goes sense. With readers. You know, they usually fall back on the book and critique it that way, as I do. But yeah, it's just Brad Pitt. I think he first works for the government in some position, but he's trying to find the cure for a zombie apocalypse and working through the whole entire world to get this done, to find the cure for this disease. And this is, I think this toes the mark, don't it? They do die, right?
I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
That's all when it came out. Yeah.
If you don't like fast
zombies,
they're
fast. That's what I was going to bring up.
They're
fast zombies.
And that's not my type of zombie. I like slow, lumbering,
but they do.
Zombies.
It was in the trailer, that really cool scene where, like, they have this walled fortress they're all in, and the zombies make this giant, like, almost like an ant hill where they just run over each other to get in.
Yeah. But it's based on, the author's name is Max Brooks. So
me too. And he also did a similar. So the book World War Z is like similar to Fantastic Land. You read that.
Yeah.
Where it's like people giving interviews about what happened.
Oh, really?
That's how that book.
Sweet.
But he also did a book like that about Bigfoot called like
really?
De-Evolution or something like
Huh.
that. And I've not read either one. So yeah, I'm with you. I need to read it.
Yeah, for me, 13, World War Z.
All right. Number 12 for me is, in some circles, it was sort of considered a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, but it's not, because that had nothing to do with George Romero, but it is Lucio Fulci's Zombie.
Okay.
And this one, and again, it's on my list just for the historic value of it.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't really love the movie that much. It's very boring in parts, but it's just there's stuff in it that's just bonkers.
The shark scene?
The shark scene, yeah. Like, there's a topless girl scuba diving, and there's a zombie underwater fighting a shark, and
Yeah.
the gore is really good. I mean, it picks up in the back half, but Italian horror is weird as shit. Lucio Fulci stuff is crazy. One day we're gonna do, well, we might do more than one, but like, besides Zombie, what's the City of the Dead is really weird. There's crazy stuff. It's I'd love to get your take on stuff that you haven't seen, because it's like, it doesn't make any sense, but it's just so crazy to watch. But I respect it for the legacy of it, but it's definitely not a top 10 thing for me. But number 12, Lucio Fulci Zombie.
All right. For me, number 12 is going to be a George Romero remake, and this is going to be The Crazy.
Oh.
Directed by Breck Eisner. So this 2010, it is a remake, like I mentioned, of George Romero's, titled The Crazies.
Yep.
And I just think they capture it much better. The character development's good. And I think The Crazies was, Romero's was kind of bland and boring. For this one, man, they really tap into the emotions, and it's a sheriff that gets caught in the town that got quarantined because it's full of zombies, and the government quarantines this whole town, and he's got to survive inside of it with his wife and a couple other people. But it's really, really good, and again, full of emotion. And I think that's key to a zombie movie. You gotta have a reason to have your characters want to live through this.
Yep.
And
if your zombie movie is about the zombies, you probably fucked up.
Yeah, right. So number 12 for me is The Crazies, 2010.
Nice, I like it. All right, my number. That was your number 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my number 11. This is one that before I did this list, I never once ever in my life thought about this as a zombie movie. But when I started thinking about what a zombie movie means to me, that it's about the reanimated dead, that was like, son of a bitch, this is a zombie movie by my rules that I've instated here. So my number 11 is going to be Pet Sematary.
Oh, wow.
Because that's
you threw a curveball.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
It
one.
is.
That's the one on the list that's like, that's not a zombie movie, but kind of it is.
Yeah.
It's about dead people coming back to life.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we've talked about it on the Stephen King month episodes that we did. I mean, it's an iconic movie for sure, but I mean, it's about dead stuff coming back to life.
Yeah.
That makes it a zombie movie by my rules. So,
yeah.
and I mean, I like the movie a lot. It made just outside of my top 10, number 11. But so yeah, my one really big curveball for this whole list is number 11, Pet Sematary.
All right, that brings me to my number 11, and it is a Peter Jackson movie. It is called Dead Alive or Brain Dead,
Yes,
if
sir.
you will. This is one of those that has two titles.
I'm gonna start writing books that have two titles.
This is 1992. It's pretty much a young guy's mom gets turned into a zombie, and he's got to kind of hide her and protect her. But it is she keeps getting worse and worse,
Yeah.
and by the end, it's just so bonkers.
Yeah.
It is out there.
Your mother ate my dog.
Oh, that's just so nasty when they
Yeah.
pull that hair out of her
The
mouth.
tail.
Yeah. God. I mean, the gore is just on. I
Yeah.
mean, it is.
Dead Alive is one of like the all-time just gore effects
It
galore.
is.
It's just
Oh.
crazy how much blood and
Like
stuff
at the
is in it.
end when her stomach opens back up and he goes back into,
Into the
his
womb.
mom's belly. Oh, it is disgusting. I mean, they really go for it here, and it is goofy and it is funny. It is a comedy.
It's definitely a horror comedy.
horror, yeah, for sure. I would even say comedy first,
Yeah.
but man, it is full of gore, and if you like practical effects, you have to see this. So that is my number 11, 1992's Dead Alive or Brain Dead.
Right. It's crazy that dude made Lord of the Rings.
I know.
All right. So my number 10, top 10. Coming in at number 10 is a remake of a George Romero classic. It is Dawn of the Dead remake from, I think it was 05, 04. No, it's a 405. Like, I should put years on these, but I don't. It's like 03, 04, somewhere in there. So yeah, Dawn of the Dead remake. I definitely come into this, obviously, as the ultimate snob, because you're remaking my favorite movie of all time. And that said, it's pretty good. I like it. Like, even with the decisions, like, to make them fast zombies,
Yeah.
which I agree with you. That's not my favorite. I prefer the old school Romero zombies. But it's very gritty. I love the way they end it. It's different from the movie, from the original movie. Still in a mall, but it's just it's a whole new story. It's like zombies in a mall, but do your own thing with it.
Mhm.
And I appreciate that they didn't try to just redo it. So I like it. I mean, it's a very good movie. As far as horror remakes go, it's one of the better ones for sure. So, and my number 10 is the Dawn of the Dead remake.
2004.
2004. That sounds right.
All right, that brings me to my number 10, and it is going to be from 2009. It is Zombieland. Again, another comedy.
Yep.
It's basically a group of people trying to get to California, and where there's supposed to be a safe zone through this zombie apocalypse, which has already happened. You get thrown in
after the fact.
the fact, and it's just funny.
It is funny.
Woody Harrelson does a great job, and
I like the rules.
Yeah, they have the rules, and he kind of pauses the video and explains what's going on, and it's cute, really, and it's fun, and you do get caught up in some a little bit of emotion, not a lot, but the young couple that's falling in love throughout the movie. But yeah, good movie. I liked it. Very entertaining. 2009's Zombieland.
Yep. All right. My number 9 is a foreign film. It is widely regarded as one of the best zombie movies of like modern times. But it is Train to Busan. Great movie. It's subtitled, so that's a problem for you. Learn to read. But I mean, the zombies are nuts in this movie. Very emotional story. A dad trying to get to his daughter, and it's a gnarly zombie movie, but I really, really like it. I never did watch the sequel, Train to Busan Peninsula, I think it was called. I heard it wasn't as good, so I didn't watch it. But I mean, it's just there's scenes on a train where like the zombies. They made some new rules for zombies where like they don't move in certain situations, like something to do with light and dark. I think it's been a while since I watched it, but there's like a really tense scene where they're on a train that's running and the zombies like won't move at certain times. So the dude's trying to get away. Like, it's very suspenseful, well done zombie movie. And the ending is really emotional. And it's what you were talking about, like where I said, if your zombie movie is about zombies, you fucked up. Like, Train to Busan is not about the zombies. So very well done. My number 9, Train to Busan.
That movie is not on my list because I haven't seen it.
It's really good.
And I'll mention my son again, Aiden. He tells me that it's probably his favorite zombie movie. So
yeah,
it's on my list to watch. So hopefully sooner than later I'll watch it. But my number 9 movie is going to be one that was on my 2000s favorite horror movies, and it is REC, or REC.
Yep.
And I think we mentioned it during that episode of Quick Cuts where you thought that Quarantine was an American version of REC. So it is a foreign film, and again, it's subtitled, but it is 2007. I think I mentioned that, but there's a group of people quarantined in a building this time, not just a town or a village. They are in a building, and they're not allowed to come out because they're afraid of the spread of the disease that's causing this zombie. And it's kind of a I don't know if it's found footage,
sort of,
found footage or not documentary.
I think people consider it found footage.
Yeah, found footage, but it's really well done. And a lot of great effects in it, I think. So number 9 for me is 2007's REC.
All right. I still haven't watched that. I've seen Quarantine, like the American version, but I have not watched REC yet. All right. My number 8 is the movie that I watched for the first time last night.
Ooh.
And this is the one, it's one of those movies that's like, as big of a horror fan as I am, I co-host a horror podcast or write horror books, and then I tell people I've never seen that, and it's like, what? You've never seen it? I mean, it's 80s, but it's classic 80s. My number 7 is Reanimator.
Nice.
I had never seen Reanimator, so I finally, because I knew it was a zombie movie of sorts, and I'd never seen it, so I knew I had to watch it before we did this list, and yeah, it's very reminiscent of Dead Alive to me. Like, it has a lot of that humor, but just, I mean,
Herbert
West, based on, very loosely based on an H.P. Lovecraft story. But Barbara Crampton has become a legend of B horror movies, and just, I mean, it's a pretty crazy movie. Like, these 2 medical school guys, one of them has developed a way to bring people back from the dead, but they come back as zombies, and it just gets out of hand. There's crazy, like, at the end of the movie, Barbara Crampton's naked on a table in an autopsy room, and a living head is, like, put between her legs, and it's a bonkers movie, but I definitely understand why people really like this movie. I enjoyed it, so I'm throwing it in at number 8 is Reanimator. I have not seen any of the sequels. I know there's Bride of Reanimator, Beyond Reanimator, whatever. But
all right, for me, number 8 is going to be a Dan O'Bannon 1985 Return of the Living Dead. And this one, I want to party. Again, we're into a little bit of a comedy. This one, I think, gets a little more horror than comedy.
I think, I mean, just because of all the stuff that's hitting, like, I think comedy horror works well with zombies. There's like a good pairing.
Yeah, but it's so good. The effects are, really good, I think. And it's pretty much to a couple warehouse workers. An older gentleman is training a new guy, and he's kind of showing off. And he's like, "You want to see some dead people?" And they open up these barrels, and this plague gets out that causes apocalypse. And it's just
another good score too.
Yeah, very good score. And it is out there. As far out as you want to go, this takes you there, but you got the punk rockers, and the cemetery scene is one of the, those scenes where if you're a young man when this came out, and you're watching it over and over and over again. But
guilty.
But I do love it. It's just so fun to watch. Easy to watch too. Very easy watch. And it is Return of the Living Dead is my number 8 from 1985. 85 was chock full of zombie movies.
It was,
by the way.
Yep. All right. And I think that was
Reanimator. Was
85. Day of the Dead was 85.
Day of the
Yeah. I think, and I'm wanting to think that Return of the Living Dead, John Russo had something to do with that movie. Maybe wrote it or something, and he co-wrote Night of the Living Dead with George Romero.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, so my number 7 is keeping with the horror comedy, and is going to be on your list. It's going to be higher for sure, but it is Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Right up there with, it's either Shaun of the Dead or Tucker and Dale versus Evil as my favorite horror comedies of all time. At least straight horror comedies. Shaun of the Dead comes in at number 8. I love it. I mean, great acting. It's funny. We talked about it it was on my best of the 2000s list. Just flinging records. It's not, I mean, there's just so many good things.
Yeah.
So many good things to say about it, but, and I'm sure it's going to be on your list. So, my number 7 is Shaun of the Dead.
All right. That brings me to my 7, and it has already been on your list, and it is Stuart Gordon's 1985 Reanimator. Again, Herbert West, he invents this serum that can bring things back to life, and it goes haywire on him. Comedy, horror, whatever you want to call it, and what order is up to you. But this really good movie we kind of touched on already, but I love it. I think it's good. And what is the other name of it? Reanimator, or this is one of those that had 2 names. I can't think of it.
The only other thing I know would be like Herbert West Reanimator. Okay. But maybe, I don't know. I didn't see that.
There was another, maybe not. But anyways, Reanimator is my number 7.
All right. My number 6 is another remake, and it is another George Romero remake. It is the 1990 Tom Savini directed remake of Night of the Living Dead.
Nice.
It's obviously Night of the Living Dead is a classic. Can't think of a better way to remake it than to let Tom Savini do it. I love it catches the vibe of the original, but it brings it to a modern audience. Tony Todd plays Ben, and
awesome.
He's amazing. Dwayne Jones was amazing in the original. Tony Todd just carries the torch. He's awesome. The ending is different. Barbara is portrayed way different in the remake, and that's cool because Barbara's kind of annoying in the original. It's a great remake, very solid, very well done. Effects are great. It's Tom Savini.
Yeah.
So, big fan of the 1990 remake. So that comes in at number 6, Night of the Living Dead remake.
All right, my number 6 is it kind of toes the mark on a zombie movie, I think.
Your curveball?
Okay. Yeah, this might be my curveball, but it is 1964, The Last Man on Earth.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, they're kind of vampire zombies, but yeah. I don't know. I think to me, it feels like a zombie movie. But there's obviously an apocalypse going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And you have Vincent Price as your lead character, and I think he just, to me, I know I harp on it all the time, how much I love Vincent Price. I think I have a bromance on him or something, but I think Vincent Price is one of the great actors in cinema history.
You're not wrong.
And so anything with him in it is going to be on the top of my list. So number 6 for me is The Last Man on Earth.
I like it.
1964.
I come to that story from the book I Am Legend, so it's vampires to me, and I don't think of that as zombie, but I totally get it. Yeah. It's very reminiscent. So. All right, we're in the top 5. My number 5 has been on your list already. It's a horror comedy, but it is more horror than comedy. It's funny, but Dead Alive. Peter Jackson's number 5. When I saw this movie, it was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, just so many quotable things. You can rattle them off. Yeah. Like, your mother ate my dog, and the dinner scene, the custard.
Oh
and
my God!
She pops that thing on her face, and blood shoots at his custard, and dude eats it. It's like rich and creamy, just the way I like it. Or the cemetery fight with the preacher, and he's like, I kick ass for the Lord.
It is
so good.
There, man.
So good. And And the whole ending scene, like the blood budget was just
my
wild.
gosh.
Like just carrying around a lawnmower propped up and just mowing through people. It's such a crazy movie. So good. It's definitely not for normal people.
Yeah.
If you are not a horror fan, Dead Alive is not gonna probably not for your not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. So yeah, 1992 on that one. I do know that one. Dead Alive is my number 5.
So we are on my top 5 now, and it is going to be a one. I think it doesn't get a lot of respect, and it is old, very old. It is a classic. But as far as classics go, it doesn't even get as much respect. Now, it is not a Universal Monsters picture, but it stars a Universal Monster star.
I know what you're gonna say.
It is 1932's White Zombie,
Yep.
starring Bela Lugosi, which he must have pulled strings because a lot of the sets are on Universal properties. And
I didn't know that wasn't a Universal movie.
Yeah, it's an independent, but you can definitely see the sets from Frankenstein where they reuse the sets, and they show up in this movie. But White Zombie, such a good movie. Bella and I did revisit this just today, and I had already marked down my top 4, so I didn't want to get my eraser out. But this, I think, could have cracked the top 2 or 3.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it is that good.
I've seen it, but it's been a very long time.
I highly recommend you revisiting this and watching it again, and just look at. And Bela Lugosi's not even hardly the star. I mean, there's 3 other actors that are above him, I guess, if you would call them star power. But well, not star power, but as far as the story goes, star power. Obviously, he is number 1.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he's the draw.
I just don't know how his co-actors can act with him and not think this guy is a fucking freak. I mean, he is so creepy in it. He does such a good job of acting the way
I
he
have
does.
like a still frame image in my mind when somebody says White Zombie, the movie, not the band, but the movie of Bela Lugosi, and he's like, I mean, we're an audio only, so I made a face at Rich, but he knows what I'm talking about.
But it is so good. It's pretty much about a man and a woman that are getting married, and before the movie starts, you don't see this. It's just through dialogue. They had met a man that said that he thinks they should come to his little Haitian island to get married because it's so beautiful. And when they show up there, unbeknownst to the gentleman that's getting married, the guy that wants him to come to Haiti is in love with his wife. So he pretty much wants to steal his wife, and that's his whole thing to get him there. And then there is a voodoo creep. Bela Lugosi plays him, and he can help him out to get the girl to love him instead of her fiance, and it just goes haywire. Things go wrong, but it's just such a good movie, and
I need to watch it again.
Yeah, definitely need to watch it again. And it's one where I found myself with my hands and like up on my chin like this, just totally into this movie.
Right.
You know, you know, like you might sit with your elbows on the table and your hands in your chin like you're watching the greatest thing in the world. And and I think it's mostly because I love the acting style of Bela Lugosi, and seeing him is just, I'm drawn to it. Kind of like I am with Vincent Price. I'm such a fan, and I think there's a lot that you can take out of this acting style, and I love it. I love it. So White Zombie, for me, is number 5, but I may have moved it forward if I hadn't already had my 4 in front of it penciled in.
All right. That brings me to number 4, and it is another one that has already been on your list. My number 4 is Return of the Living Dead.
Nice.
We talked about this on our 80s list also. I think it was on both of our lists, but aside from, it's my, spoiler for the rest of the list, it's my favorite non-George Romero zombie movie. It's just fun. It's crazy. it's funny, it's gory, I love it. As I said in the 80s ranking, it was also Linnea Quigley, the first naked woman I ever saw on video in my life.
Gosh.
Thanks to Return of the Living Dead. So, I mean, it's just a great movie. I do, and it would, Return of the Living Dead 2 is on my honorable mentions. And it's sort of they did an Evil Dead-ish thing where, like, they have the two guys from the warehouse in that movie also but playing different things. And, but yeah, the first one is just iconic, man. You got Tommy Jarvis from Friday the 13th, 6th playing. Is his name Tommy in that movie too?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. Just a great zombie movie. Zombies talk. We talked about that before. Like they say brains. That's where the brains thing came from. Just an absolutely iconic movie. I've always loved it. It's not one that I really go out of my way to watch that often, but every time I do, I'm like, oh man, I love this movie. So yeah, my number 4 is Return of the Living Dead, which suggests that all 3 of my top 3 are George Romero zombie movies.
All right, that's going to bring me to my number 4, and it is going to be George Romero's original zombie, Night of the Living Dead.
All right.
Love this movie. 1968, black and white. I love the fact that he filmed it in black and white. I think it made it even better. It feels more like a classic film than what it is.
Yeah. To think about, and that's not something I think about a lot. Like compare, like Rosemary's Baby was 1968.
Yeah.
Color movie. I mean, there's been color movies. Well, Wizard of Oz was in the 30s. Yeah.
So yeah. And for him to do that had to take some fucking kahunas, if you ask me. There, what studio, production company would say, what? You want to do it in black and white?
Right. Now?
We have great color things.
Right.
Technicolor.
Right.
But he must have said, no, I guess that's why. Or maybe it was a budget thing.
I don't know. Yeah, I would have to research it to see. But yeah, I mean, it was a decision at that point, whether it was budgetary or not. Yeah. But I mean, it didn't have to be black and white.
Yeah, and this is one where, I guess is this one more about the zombies? I don't know. We've been talking about
sort of
the heart of the. I mean, we do care about the characters.
You're right. You got Barbara and you got Ben.
Yeah,
and you got.
I think the end really brings it all the way back to an emotional tie-in.
Yeah, because there's no happy. I mean, one of the darker endings and at the time, maybe ever. Like,
but crazy. Yeah. So Night of the Living Dead, I think, an absolute classic, and it had to be on my list, and it was hard not for me to put it in my top 3, really, but there was 3 others that I like better. So.
All right.
Number 4 is Night of the Living Dead.
My number 3, top 3, as already hinted, they're all Romero. This is the original trilogy. It's just what's the order? You already know what number 1 is, so the debate is 2 and 3. So my number 3 is going to be 1985, Day of the Dead. I love this movie. Top 3. I mean, all 3 of Romero's original trilogy are among my favorite movies ever. The zombie apocalypse has reached kind of the end phase where humanity is the minority at this point. You got this underground military facility with some scientists, some military guys. Who's in charge is up for debate, and it's just you got a scientist trying to tame the zombies basically and show that they can be taught, and you get Bub, who is a legendary zombie. Great movie. The gore effects are even better in this than they are in Dawn of the Dead. Like the scene, they look better, I think. There may not be as many, but they look better, I think, in Day of the Dead. The scene where they're in the lab and the zombie like breaks his shackle and sits up and his whole stomach is open and everything just falls out.
Yeah.
So like one of the greatest effects of all time, I think. Tom Savini is an absolute genius.
He is.
So, yeah, I mean, it is a I love all three movies dearly. Like, they are among my favorite movies ever. But if I have to rank them, my number 3, my least watched of the 3 is going to be Day of the Dead.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that brings me to my number 3, and you were right. This, when you mentioned this, was probably going to be higher on my list than it was on yours, and it is. It is Edgar Wright's 2004 Shaun of the Dead. I love this. It's got you got a little bit of a love story in there, and a love gone wrong, and trying to rekindle things, and watching this pathetic, just regular guy, man. I mean, and his buddy, his just little slapstick buddy. It's just such fun to watch and see these guys just going through a day in the life of living with zombies. And just from the very beginning, when Sean's walking, heading to work and go get his coffee, and he has no idea there's a zombie apocalypse because he's just so tired and so lazy and just a big pile of fucking shit, really.
He even slips on the blood in the convenience store, and he's just like, woo.
Yeah, but so funny. One of my favorite movies, I think, period. But Shaun of the Dead is my number 3 favorite movie, zombie movies of all time.
All right. My number 2 then is gonna be, obviously, at this point we know, it's Night of the Living Dead, the OG zombie movie. I love it. It's basically a perfect movie. It's the first horror movie I ever remember watching in my life when I was very, very young. They're coming to get you, Barbara, is one of the most iconic lines in all of horror. If you are a zombie fan, you have to respect Night of the Living Dead. For 1968, some of the stuff they pulled off, like the scenes where zombies are eating meat and it's different than it is in Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead, but it's still, like, for the time, when you can think about, like, stuff like Psycho and Rosemary's Baby, like, this was at the same time. It's like, holy
I know, it's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah. So, it's just absolutely legendary. What else can you say? Night of the Living Dead, it's amazing. So, it is my number 2. Because it can't be number 1, because we know what that is.
All right, that brings me to my number 2, and I will say that both of mine are George Romero movies.
Wow.
What order again?
What order? I think I know, and which it's not unheard of, but okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So my number 2 is going to be 1978's Dawn of the Dead.
You're an idiot. No, I get it. My brother Donald, he preferred Day of the Dead over Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, I do too, but I do love Dawn of the Dead. We had our deep dive last week. Listen to that episode if you want, of our deep dive Never Not Horror episode.
Fangirling about Dawn of the
Dead. Yeah. But it was number 3 on my favorite 70s movie.
Yep.
Horror movies, and just love it. I think I'll wait to say why until I get to my number 1, which is obviously going to be Day of the Dead. I've already...
Yep, we know.
Kind of...
we know what mine is, too. Like,
I put it out there, but I do love Dawn of the Dead. It's the whole mall stuff is awesome. You have again, kind of like Shaun of the Dead, you got the lovers and they're kind of falling apart but trying to hold it together kind of deal thing, and the buddy, it's just there. It has everything, and again, it's well shot movie. George Romero, absolute legend. So,
yep.
Number 2 is Dawn of the Dead.
All right. My number 1 is Dawn of the Dead. No surprise. If you want to know why, listen to the last episode. It's just my favorite movie ever. I love everything about it. There's not much else I can say that I haven't already said. It's just, that's it for me. That's my all-time favorite horror movie. For whatever reason, it was the perfect storm of everything. Like, fascinated me as a kid, and I still love it today. Sometimes you watch movies and they don't hold up like you remembered.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead is still, it's like I'm a kid again. It's just like, man, I love this movie. So, I mean, there's nothing else to say. It's just, if you want the whole experience, go back to the last episode. But yeah, for me, absolutely number one, Dawn of the Dead from 1978.
All right, that brings me to my number one, and we kind of already put it out there, but it is Day of the Dead, George Romero, 1985. I love this movie.
Yeah.
And what I kind of stepped away from in Dawn of the Dead that I didn't want to give away is the fact that you have two entities. You have the scientists, and then you have the military, and it's kind of a power struggle going on.
Yep.
And I just love the way those actors work together on this. I mean, I'm believing it. I'm 100% bought in that we have this power struggle, and what's the guy's name that plays the head of the military? The actor's name?
I think it's Joe Pilato.
Yes, Joe Pilato does such a good job. He is such an asshole.
Yeah, Joe Pilato.
Yeah, and man, they work so good together, and I love that. I love that power struggle, and them trying to find a cure, and the military guys just want to wipe everything out, but they want to keep some alive so they can do tests on them to see if they can find that cure.
Just like we said in the Dawn of the Dead, like the television studio scene in the beginning, like how realistic that is. Like, this is really what it's like. Day of the Dead feels like what it really would be like with that military struggle versus the scientist, and it takes, I think it's like supposed to be 7 years after Dawn of the Dead. Yeah.
This is going on, and like you said, it's pretty much the zombies have taken over.
The intro, the very beginning scene when they land in the empty city and he's got the megaphone. He's like, hello. Like, they're trying to find any survivors left, and the zombies start piling out. Like, it's just,
Yeah, and it's just to see those two groups of people try to coexist. And it's just so good. And it's just a deep dive into humanity, I think.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yep.
And the puppetry that they use, I mean, there's special effects, but there's also like puppeteering going on with the different zombies that is just awesome. And I don't know if that had ever been used before. I think it was all just special effects on human beings, but in this they kind of introduced the puppeteering of it, and I loved it. I think it's great.
It's absolutely a great movie. I mean, coming in at number 3 on my list is not a knock. It's a great, great movie. Like, prior to watching Dawn of the Dead again to do the plot walkthrough, Day of the Dead was the one I had most recently watched. Like, I love it. And Bub is awesome.
Teaching this guy how to try to
how to shave and stuff,
be more human. But and this was number, I think, 4 on my 80s horror list.
It was like 3 on mine, I think. Yeah,
it was 4 on mine.
What was number 1? Oh, Evil Dead, I think, was my number 1 from the 80s.
I can't remember what was my number 1 on the 80s. Was it?
I don't remember.
I think it might have been. Was it the Lost Boys?
Yeah, it was.
The Lost Boys. So I had the Lost Boys, part 2 to Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
I think was 2.
Maybe.
And I can't remember what 3 was. And then Day of the Dead was 4, I do believe.
I think it was my 3, but yeah. All right.
But that's it, yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, Romero reigns supreme in
the
zombies.
Man.
No surprise. No
Yeah,
surprise. Yeah. I mean, what do you say? He is the godfather of zombies for a reason.
He is. He has to be.
Yep.
Does he have any kids that can carry on this legacy, or is he?
I think he does, but I don't know if they do anything in movies.
That stinks, man.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can hold on to that way. You know, there's a lot of even singers that I like. Willie Nelson has a bunch of kids that.
Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley's their sons are doing something together now. Yeah.
Yeah. And you wish
I'm a
that-
Kiss fan, by the way.
You just wish that George Romero could, you know, we
yeah.
want him to make a new movie right now.
Yeah.
Because,
He's
you know,
gone.
it would be the best.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Joe Hill, Stephen King. Yeah. I mean, there
you go.
Yeah. You know what? Last year, I went to that horror author convention, AuthorCon, like 2 years ago. The next year, we had bought a table. We were going, the same guy, my cover artist, also an author. We were going to share a table again. We had tickets for last year, and both of us ended up not being able to go. But one of the guests of honor at that one was Vincent Price's daughter.
Oh,
that would have been so cool to meet her.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But we didn't. Neither one of us got to go.
I'd been too nervous to meet her.
Your dad was amazing.
I'd been a fanboy. I probably passed out.
Right. You came from Vincent Price's sperm. Oh, well. All right. Well, that will do it for our top 13 favorite zombie movies. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, rate, review, do what you do, support the podcast, tell your friends about Never Not Horror. If you want to support us outside of the show, we have merch. You can go to nevernothorror.dashery.com and pick up some stuff. You can go to youtube.com, search for Rich Hansel, find his channel and all the action figure unboxing good shit. Go to steveclarkbooks.com. You can check out my books. I have got plans. I'm working on some things. Next year, I'm going to have some releases. Absolutely. At least 2.
I'm holding you to it.
Guaranteed at least 2 releases next year.
If you don't, every time you come in here, you're going to have to walk in with your head down in shame.
Right. You loser. 100%. There will be 2 new books next year. What else? So next week will be a deep dive movie review. It'll be Richie's turn. Let's see. What is the date? So your movie pick will be December 10th.
Thinking maybe a Christmas movie that I haven't seen.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't know yet, you don't have to say it yet.
Yeah.
But.
It'll be a Christmas movie. Though.
Okay.
I think a Christmas horror movie. I think I'm gonna.
Okay.
But I'm not sure which one yet.
All right.
Maybe by the end of this,
Okay.
I'll know.
All right. Well, we'll announce it when we know. But so yeah. Support the show, tell your friends, and do all the things, and come back next week where it'll be Christmassy, but whatever it is, it's never not horror.
Oh, yeah.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.